Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Bars 4 replay. Spawn on the left side as the Blue Roost. We have 3D and Anotand, I think. It's on the right side as the Cyan Chinese with Avely. Let's go ahead and switch out of castle mode and keep an eye on the Roost's trade bounties. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, I have him selected. Good. He does find a lot of dogs, a lot of exotic doggos. Oh yeah, he's finding a lot of these wolves, which is very, very good. He's already up to 250 now. He must have found almost every wolf on the map. And we've got the scouts now engaging. Blue's now pushing forward with another scout as well. The two deer deposits have been killed off over here. This deer deposit has been killed off. So is this one. So all the deer are now dead. And let's see what he went for. He went for the Kremlin. Oh, here we do see the Imperial Academy trying to go for more tax collection. And we do have some stables, so we're going to see some early knights. Exactly at 250. So he may not get any more trade bound just yet. He may need to go for the high trade house to get any more. And let's go and switch to caster vision mode for the time being. We'll always check back onto the trade bounty layer. Bardic and the Sun not being put on field. Let's go and try to help secure both the... Actually, there's the deer, the gold, the stone, and more gold. So that's a good spot for the Bardic in the Sun. Good age not complete. We also got some of the fish being claimed. Fish collects at the same rate as deer, so they provide a lot of good amount of food. And there's 500 fish, as well as deer provides what, 250 or 350 each? 350 each. Apparently dead deer carcasses can garrison. And they have stand ground turned on or off. Inherently off. Apparently they have stand ground. Oh, they can't stand ground. They're lying dead on the ground. They can't stand on it. This map has a lot of fish to utilize, as well as the two deer deposits. There's a lot of food here. One thing you can do is you collect the fish, go for the survival techniques to get faster deer collection rate, then go for the deer once you get the improved collection rate. Looks like the sign's gonna be eyeing for the bit of deer there, but does perhaps throw away some food there. Scout does spot the Bardic in the Sun there. And let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Oh, just realized something. Let's get that turned on. There we go. We now have the Imperial officials collecting up some gold. Up here we do have the Knights charging on forward. Harass some of these villagers. Of course, the Chinese do have hand cannoneer slits, which are much more effective than arrows against these early knights. Tax collection has ceased on that mill. And also the scouts are still trying to engage the scout there. Currently right now we have one early knight, 3 scouts, so this is the only early knight in the field, while one only has the 1 scout, which is right here. Fast forward a little bit there. Likely the Chinese player will need to pull out spearmen, and then perhaps get some Zinch news to help hit both the knights and opposing spearmen that they may fight against, or archers. Problem is, Zinch news will have less range than, say, regular archers. Really going to focus on collecting this deer. There's still some fish deposits in back here as well. That sheep carcass still has 4 food. Nice soggy meat there. Spearman now advancing on forward. Could perhaps get some strikes here. 2 spearmen now advancing on forward. He currently has 3 spearmen on the field, with 4th one on the way. And now we've got the scout pushing down south. Archer range now being deployed out on the field. Gonna take time and build that palisade wall. Has a pretty nice escort for him as well. And looks like this mining camp will go down. There's also a safe deposit here. Actually, 2 good deposits here. So Sinus Sprawl is coming out quite nicely. This gold deposit could be harassed for blue, and there's also two good safe gold deposits here. And the trade post is way back here, so they can choose either go for half map or fully across the map on either direction. They'll collect some trade. Archer advancing forward. Archer will be annihilated by the hand cannoneer. And this scout is still running around. It's going to take time to collect up some of this fish. There's some berry bushes later on. And that scout does go down. We've got a scout and archer here, nothing too significant. Now we're going to see some Zunch news deploy on the field. I still don't know how to properly pronounce that. So we got a fast castle for the Rus, or maybe not necessarily a fast castle, but we've got a castle age. We've got 3 town centers for the Rus player. Zion has just the 2 at the moment. High trade house will be completed right there, which will provide a decent gold income. I would say it's probably gonna be around 120, as well as provide some good food, as well as a good potential drop-off point for the fish. Here has been claimed, and he does actually back off from where the food source is. Since news to engage the villager, gains good damage onto her. And there's 4 shortfish that's been quickly claimed up by the Chinese player. Granted, he does have access to granaries later on, so he can get a good alternative. Astronomical clock tower now being put on the field.
Укажите цель мне.
Position news do see these forces. Astronomical clock tower now built, which SCVs can be reasonable. Right now, both sides of military is not very large, so I'm not exactly sure who's what's it called? What the siege works, if SCVs are going to be good or not. Because right now both militaries are small, so Magnos would be decent for science, but not necessarily SCVs versus the blue. We now got the veteran spearman research as well as pierce armor. Over here, we do not have any pierce armor yet for the Rus player, so the Zunch news could be upgraded for pierce damage, and they will get a significant damage boost. Another line of walls being deployed on out. Knight does go down there. We do have, these are right crossbows as well. And now these palace guards are charging forward, trying to deal with this knight now. Palace guards, we just have a little less armor and just more speed. That is the little gimmick. You have decent speed at 1.3 tiles. The knight has 1.62. And now that villager could be sliced up a little bit. And that's going to start torching down this lumber camp he somehow built. For some reason why he built in front line. Up north, we've got these villagers trying to build some palisade walls there. Very nice. Cyan is also trying to build some palisade walls here. However, the single archer and scout, well, primarily the archer, can interrupt him. You got now clock tower nested bees here. Finds a full volley there. Gets some great damage onto them. Do got a spring gold emplacement here. Is it a... Yep, it is a clock tower spring gold. And now the palace guards could get overran. A couple of crossbows here to support them, but the knights won't be dissuaded by those palace guards. We now got more pierce damage being researched by Cyan. Spearman advances forward, trying to get some more damage there, and does lose a clock tower nest of bees. Actually saved quite a bit of damage there. It looks like Luso is a pretty big mixed army. You got archers, crossbowmen, knights, warrior monks, as well as a couple scouts. While Cyan has spearmen, palace guards, crossbows, and a pair of Zunchenus left over. Warrior monks are going to claim these relics and bring them back. Got 2 claims so far. And we've got a wooden fortress here. There's actually a boar here. He may be going to be eyeing to get that boar. Down south, palace guards trying to go conversion there. Warrior monks are much more durable than regular monks. Oh, he almost got them. Looks like going to take time rather than hack apart that monk. They're going to hack apart some villagers. And does get some good damage there. Segazai has now captured. There's 3 of them on this map. Center, north, south. Now Warrior Monk will go and take time to heal up those forces. Right now we've got 41 to 45 units. The composition is quite similar. I think Blues is actually slightly in better quality. So we do got, of course, some 2 nested bees. And now Science point out forward keep. Wooden fortress not being upgraded if anything. And that is a lumber camp there, not a hunting cabin. Not sure what went down there. Looks like a villager. Now Science going to be taking time to clean up these fish. Damage there. Clock tower nest bees firing away against the wooden fortress. Wooden fortress will go down shortly. Blue Cyan does have decent defense force here, but there's also been enough archers to finish off that defense force. Wooden fortress does go down. Cyan meaning will start pushing up north. His opponent has broken through the northern flank. The villagers have evacuated out of that region. Do got the stone being collected up here. Knights looks like they're being split up, trying to engage some various sectors there. Will spot the mining camp. Doesn't spot any of the villagers. These villagers are currently idle, and they will be overrun, and multiple of them will start going on down. Villagers getting annihilated by these knights. Our knights are starting to advance down south. Stone's starting to be reclaimed. Wooden fortress not cancelled. He does get some damage on that knight. It looks like he does have Boyar's Fortitude researched. And gets some great damage there, and there goes that knight. Over here, these knights are still moving around. Boar is dead, so Boar could be claimed. Oh, and looks like more of Cyan's villagers does go down. Cyan does have 96 villagers for his opponents, 119. And now got some trebuchets now starting to engage. Some infrastructure, clock tower, counterweight trebuchets. Trying to engage these forces. Got these knights moving around. And of course, he does know about this force here. Thinks that outpost spotting those knights. Knights do get annihilated by those forces. Still got these knights moving around. They could potentially hit these villagers, but their minimal vision range is becoming a bit of a problem. Do now have a granary deployed on the field. Very nice. Trebuchets starting to engage, trying to get some hits there on this wooden fortress. And now some of these villagers are going to hit as well. forward, getting some kills there on these villagers. In fact, these knights are still running around. It's causing a lot of issues. Looks like some of these clock tower SCVs are seeing some fire. Looks like there's a spring gold replacement onto this wooden fortress. Yes, there is. And he's getting some shots there onto these villagers. Looks like these knights are being cleaned on up now. I'm growing. I tend to get most viewership on Rumble, believe it or not. I usually get a pretty good average of 5 to 15 active viewers on Rumble. Do not have the counterweight clock tower counterweight trebuchet. Just people want to say counterweight trebuchet, not say the word clock tower. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Getting some good hits there on the wooden fortress. Wooden fortress still receiving some fire. Looks like Sign is going to take time to play with some of these fish. Archery and support on the field. We do now have the Imperial Age. And the landmark we see is probably going to be the high armory. I'm just trying to figure out where it is at. Kremlin, high tower. Ah, there it is. High armory. The other one is not very useful. It allows you to build stone walls, which the fortified palisade walls are generally all you need. Trying to go for a 4 to keep here. Sign will go ahead and take out some of these villagers. Blue has too many villagers at the moment. And clock tower SBs do fire onto the wooden fortress now, getting some damage there. They don't do bonus damage versus buildings like mangonels. And now the wooden fortress is set ablaze. Granted, they don't do as much. They don't do bonus damage versus buildings like mangonels, but they still have just inherently higher damage. At 80 damage per volley rather than the, what, 50 or 60 versus buildings that mangonels have. As mangonels fire like 3 rocks, each doing 10 damage each, and then I think the bonus damage is like another 10, while the clock tower SV just does 8 times 10. Oh, I think we're going to see the Great Gatehouse over here. They have a weird spot for the Great Gatehouse. Great Gatehouse will probably be better right there. Looks like trebuchets now hitting those force here. He needs to retarget some of these villagers on the other side of the Great Gatehouse. He's forced to stream on in. He has to make sure these villagers don't get harassed. They're on the wrong side of the building does not get harassed. Clock towers do SBs who fire some good volleys there. We've got 2 clock tower SBs and a good number of clock tower spring balls. 4 looks like. Fired a pretty close range barrage there, so I had a minimal arc. Good volley there. Great Gatehouse is almost complete. We've got some Schultze here. Schultze no longer has the double time ability. And they do get killed off there. Keep is still firing away. Has a good number of arrows firing away. And currently doing 10 times 12 damage. We've got a keep here. And now I've got the Imperial Aid. The Great Gatehouse has his twin. And that's the B rockets right there. Do not got the power tactics research can increase the range of hand cannoneers, getting them up to 5.5 range, which actually is quite significant. Schultze is still firing away, trying to take out this palisade gate. Overall, I think Sign has boarded the attack. Both sides still has no real military out in the field. 11 versus 17. Trebuchet is getting some good hits there onto this keep. Spring Gull's charging forward. That's some great damage there, but thinks of their clock tower variants to get extra health. It does have the both increased ranges for the Spring Gulls. Horseman now charging forward. There is a breach there for him to slip on through. The clock tower and the Great Gatehouse will get some great damage there. All squads can turn around. These are horsemen, not knights. A good amount of damage there, and there's a lot of nested bees here. Horsemen did not make it far, did they? And Spring Gulls do impale them as well. You got the increased Spring Gull range for Sign as well as a Bombard. High Armory, what resources has it gotten so far? Got one arc, the other upgrade. I forget what exactly that was, but I think that's health regen battering rams. Tear down, that's going to be very useful eventually, and the increased bombard damage is very nice as well. But it looks like he does have the health regen of his battering rams. Yep, you can see the health regen there. Now the keeper's starting to go on down. Horsemen now charging forward. These villagers can get overran along the official. They're trying to run away now. Heard something got deleted there. Blue must have deleted something there because I heard population cap. He must have deleted some villagers. And now check out these horsemen trying to break on through. The villagers need to go turn around and repair that wall there. You got the veteran spearman research there. The wall will go down. And now trying to pull out some stone walls there, but does not get it close time. SB is pushing forward, gets some good damage there. The problem is now the clock tower SBs will get overran by these horsemen. And Candida's getting some good damage onto them. The wall has been completed. And now trying to go for a gatehouse as well. Horsemen charge on forward, get some good hits there. Palace guards getting some good damage on him, but these horsemen still in the region, trying to get some of these villagers at the granaries. Now we've got multiple batteries before the high health regen is going to need a bit more of a regular force to get on. Barkinsum could get overran. Barkinsum has some weapons in place. Giving him the bombard can do extra damage versus these battering rams. Spring Balls need to start hitting these battering rams. Spring Balls are going way too far forward. Proceed now being pushed on forward. He's trying to focus down these backline battering rams there. Horseman did go down. Spearman trying to hold the line there. Barkinsum has been set up ablaze. Train Chase firing away. Barkinsum has gone down. Spring Balls getting some good damage down these battering rams. Got Crossbone and Candida's getting some good damage there. Streltsy charging on forward. Spearman trying to hold the line, getting some good damage there on the horseman, and Blue's trying to fall on the back. Veterans getting focused down. The Spring Golds are picking them away. They do 100 damage. Right now there's only 50 pierce armor on these battering rams, so they will do 50 damage per shot. You got another barracks to blow them out. And Candidates do also pass at the chemistry damage, so they do 42 damage. They do extra. No, they still only do 1 damage versus the battering rams. Horseman not charging forward. Spearman unable to stop the charge. These villagers trying to torch down some of these battering rams. Still a number of horsemen backline. Villager count still quite similar. 124 to 125. Forward keeping on field, but the takes out the bombard there. Very, very nice. Trebuchet's getting some good hits there on the keep. And this next round of rocks may finish it off. And he does not get the next set of rocks there, and I think they have enough build rate to rebuild the single trebuchet. Sign has a good number of hand candidates to hold back the line. Sign's starting to stabilize. It does cancel and backs away. And Candidates, of course, outrange Streltsy. Streltsy has still the inherent 4-tile range, while the hand Candidates have the improved 5.5. Sign's trying to claim up this gold. He has a good part of the map secured by palisade walls, so there's still some holes. But you could start eyeing to get some trader stuff. This is the last gold deposit on this side of the map, I believe. No, he still has this gold deposit here, but it's almost cleaned up. This 8,000 has still 6,000 remaining, so there's about 6,000 gold left on side of the map. Blue has this 4,000 gold deposit, and that's about it as well. So both sides need to start eyeing for trade. Blue does have 2 trade sacred sites there, which does give him some good gold income. And blue also has 4 other relics. There's still 1 relic unclaimed on the science side of the map. Palisade Gate's starting to be sieged down. That's a good number of Chelsea here. Science and Kenyans are still trying to engage. He could deploy out some stone walls up here, because the Chinese do get bonus damage from being on top of stone walls as well as the inherent +2 range, so deploying out some stone walls and maybe getting some way to get on top of them, say a gate, would be very helpful. Because the +2 range on hand cannoneers, so they have up to 7.5 range, also like 20% extra damage. That's a lot of powerful benefits of being on top of the wall, as well as able to resist the range damage from the Chelsea. We do not have the SBs here, needs to start hitting the Chelsea. Horsemen still push on forward. We'll find these villagers. Both sides still will have a very large number of villagers, maybe a little bit too much. Right now, they just need both of side needs more food. And the Roos has good resources to come for everything. Maybe one eye for some more stone. There's a stone deposit here claim. Has so 900 remaining. And he still has this partially tapped one here as well, mostly tapped. Horsemen still engaging up here. Palace Guard and Spearmen are disrupting them. Outpost here was interrupted, almost complete. Keep here has no weapon placements at the moment. And now there's a gatehouse being put on field. That would be a great spot for the hand cannoneers to fire from. Looks like Science going for another line of walls there. He has a university here. Architects could be useful. And ancient techniques could be useful as well. Got the Spirit Way now being pulled on out. And currently it's a Song Dynasty. Which, let's see, let's find the archer range. I always forget which dynasty you need for... it needs a Ming Dynasty. You never see Grenadiers. And there goes that trebuchet. Oh, these are not good spot for the horsemen there. We'll see massive fire from that great gatehouse. He still has a number of villagers here. He still has too many villagers. Now got the Spirit Way, now put on the field. Both players are age 4. And now he is the Ming Dynasty now. Now he can pull out Grenadiers. I don't think I've ever seen a replay of Grenadiers pull on the field, so we may have to see them. And now you got the Imperial Palace being pulled on the front line. Trying to hold back the front line with heavy buildings, trying to straw fire. Doing a good job creating great choke points there for his hand cannoneers, as well as his nested bees. SBs finds a good volley down the Streltsy. Bark in the Sun also firing away as well, has the cannon placement. SBs firing some great volleys into those Streltsy there. Now the Imperial Palace about to go on up. We are seeing some Grenadiers being deployed on the field. Now we're going to see a relatively unique unit, the Grenadier. It has 3 tower range, a lot less than Streltsy, and has an AoE grenade that does siege damage, so it does ignore all the armor. Clock Tower and SCPs are focusing on these, or Clock Tower and Spring Golds focusing on the Spring Golds. We also have one SCP still on the field, another SCP just got deployed on out. Brandy is going to put some quick damage there on these choke points there, as well as some SCPs. SCPs are trying to be focused down. More Grenadiers being put on the field, as well as more Spearmen. Science, Dutch Grenade is not so great. He needs more food as well, has plenty of gold. Maybe he wants to go to a market and buy a whole bunch of food at the moment. Bark in the Sun does go down. Grenadiers being overran. They are considered light range, so the horsemen should do bonus damage versus them, since they are classified as range. And they're getting overrun by the horsemen. Streltsy push way forward. Getting some good damage there. got another keeping on the back line. Some of these granaries are starting to get hit as well. And he can't be losing these granaries. He needs that food at the moment. Horsemen going overrunning these food. And a lot of these villagers are being cleaned up. Sion now has 5 idle villagers and has 5 military units. I think Sion has lost the game. Yep. As mentioned, got the Yuan dynasty as well. And I guess those grenadiers were just simply not enough. They could have potentially been really good if he had them soon enough in order to help for those choke points. But overall, I think he just didn't have enough production structures. At this point in time, they may be chatting out. I don't think I can see the chats. Even if I switch to out of caster vision, but I don't think I can see chatting. But yeah, he's trying to build some fire lances now. Does have a good line of rear line stone walls there. He still needs to destroy the great gatehouse in order to win the game by landmark elimination. Force on advance on 4, clean up these farms. Still down half of most of the villagers, trying to torch down some of the stuff. Being a bit stubborn, doesn't want to leave. And the keep itself is now set ablaze. The villagers here are going to get overran. Does get inside. Does finish off the battery ram there, but the horsemen will just make sure they don't repair it up. Biology not being researched for the Chinese player. Got a blue keep here. Yeah, this game's over. Not sure why he's still trying to stay in the game. Fire Lancer's now trying to counterattack. He has a good number of production here, but his village count's so low, he has no more gold left on the map to claim. His food is decimated. He has a small amount of wood. I suppose he can rebuild some farms and a granary to go along with it. But Schultze will just put holes in these Fire Lancers, and that is the end of the game. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.